my channel. It's Italy's World. It's Italy's World. It's Italy's World. Hey. Yeah, I suck at Millie rocking, but it is what it is. I mean, whatever. But as you guys can see by the title, I'm coming back with another banger, another story time. Yes, another story time. But before we start, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Even hit the post notification bell. You know what? Because every time I upload, you get a ringy ding ding. Like, what's better than that? What's better than that? Okay, guys. So as you know, I have a best friend named Brittany, and me and Brittany did everything together. So, like, it was just one night we just decided, look, our summer isn't going as planned. We're not doing what we thought we was going to be doing this summer. Like, we just been in the house the whole time. So, it's time to find something new to do. So, we actually pulled a stunt we've never pulled before. And, like, we kind of was testing the limits ourselves. But we was just like, I mean, our summer ain't going as planned. We might as well. So, one night we decided to call up a friend that actually lived like an hour from us. And we was like, can you come get us? Like, we're bored. There's nothing to do. You know how our town is. Like, can you just come get us? And the friend was like, yeah, you know, I'll come get y'all. There's this party anyway. So, I mean, if y'all really trying to slide, I'll come get y'all and we'll go to the party and then, you know, go from there. It was like, okay, that's, you know, that's fine. So he was like, all right, bet. Give me about an hour or so and I'll come there and come get y'all. But where do you want me to come get y'all at? So she was like, just come pick us up at the laundromat, you know. I was just like, the laundromat? Why would you tell this nigga to come get us at the laundromat? He gonna think we homeless, girl. But I was like, oh, that makes sense. You don't want him to know where you stay, duh. We end up getting all cute, getting our little clothes on, doing our hair, doing our makeup, and we was headed out the back door. Like, we was ready to go. So we snuck out the back door and we went through the backyard, and she had a dog, and the dog was always barking when he seen anybody come through the yard. He was just always barking. How are we going to get past this? So we were just like, you know what, screw it. Our parents may not think nothing of it. So we were just like, you know what, we just gonna go through the backyard and we gonna go straight to the laundromat. We end up going to the laundromat and we stayed there for like an hour to hour and a half waiting on this man to come get us. So we called him and was like, are you guys coming or what? And he was like, yeah, I'm on my way. So it was like, all right, bet. So he texted us and was like, I'm about 20 minutes out. I don't really have good service. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. We live in the country, so you really ain't gonna have the best of service trying to get here. And then, so he finally pulled up about 20 minutes later, and he had got out the car. And when he got out the car, 2 other doors had opened. And I looked at Brittany, and I'm just like, bro, are you comprehending this? Because he didn't tell us that he was gonna be coming with 2 extra people. I was like, you know what, we're just gonna roll with it. I mean, we're not the type of people to stand anybody up. It is what it is. We got ourselves in the situation, so we gotta deal with it. So he opened the door, and then they finally came in, all 3 of them. So when they came in, he was like, all right, what's up, y'all? You know, greeting us, you know, hey, how y'all doing, da-da-da. We like, hey, and he was like, oh, this is my brother, and this is my cousin. So it was like, okay, what's up? He was like, my name is Tony. And then the brother was like, my name is Eric. We're just going to give them names. So Eric and Tony, they was like, you know, they was cool. They was cool peoples or whatever. They was like, all right, you know, y'all ready? Let's go. So we ended up getting in the car and we was headed off to the next town over because, like I said, I live in a small town. So anytime I want to do anything, it's like an hour to like an hour and a half to get to someplace that's fun. So finally we made it to the next town over, and we was like, you know, was we still going to the party? Because it's about like 12:30 at night now. I was like, so are we still going to the party? He was like, yeah, but we gotta run to the store right quick. So I was like, okay, that's fine. And we finally got back in the car and we was headed off to the party. Well, the party must have ended early because I think it got busted. So we was just like, okay, well, now what do we do? Because we came down here originally to go to this party, and this party is canceled. It don't even exist anymore. Like, wow. Like, plans totally ruined. Whole time just ruined. So it was like, all right, that's cool. We just might as well find something else to do while we're here and make our time worthwhile. So he was like, all right, well, bro just told me that there's a kickback going on. Y'all trying to go to the kickback. We like, you know what? I mean, it is what it is. We can go. I don't have a problem with it. So might as well. He was like, all right, let's go. So we end up pulling up to the kickback, you know, everybody just smoking and drinking, and I'm just like, this really not my type of crowd, but I'm gonna make it worth it. I'm gonna make it worth it because I'm not gonna complain, because sooner or later we'll be leaving soon. They'll catch the vibe that we not feeling it, so we'll leave soon. So we just stayed there for about an hour, and then, you know, everybody was speaking to everybody. They was, you know, just doing their own little thing, you know, normal kickback. So then he was like, all right, y'all ready to go? We like, yeah, let's go ahead and go. You know, ain't nothing else to do. Everybody's starting to leave at this point, so we might as well go ahead and leave too. So we end up getting in the car, and we was headed off, but we didn't know where we was going. Like, they didn't say, like, we're going to take y'all back home. They didn't say, well, we're going to go to the next party or the next kickback, or they didn't tell us nothing. We just literally got in the car, and we just was starting to leave. So I asked his brother, Eric, and I was like, where are we going? Like, what are we about to do? And he was like, to be honest, I don't even know. So he tapped on his brother. He was like, bro, where we finna go? And then his bro was like, oh, I got a room, so we just gonna go to the room. So Eric told me what his brother said, and I was like, you know what? I guess, you know, that's fine. That's okay. Cool. And then so we end up going to the room, and I'm thinking it's gonna be a nice laid out hotel, because, you know, I'm just thinking they trying to impress us. Listen, when we pulled up, it was a ran down motel. I'm talking, the motels were like prostitutes are doing their thing, where, you know, it was not fitting for me, basically. It was just not fitting for me. But I couldn't complain, like I said, because one, he brought us down here, and it's just like, beggars can't be choosers. They can't be picky. So I was like, roll with it. Do what you got to do in order to get back tomorrow. So I had looked at my best friend Brittany, and I was like, Brittany, I was like, yo, we didn't tell our parents that we was coming here, and I really didn't expect to even stay the night. So with that being said, please turn off your phone, and I'm gonna do the same. So we was like, okay, we're good now. They, you know, they ain't gonna know where we at. We good. It's okay. So we ended up pulling up to the motel, like I said, and we had went in the room. And when we walked in the room, we were just like, what is this? Like, why are the sheets peeled back? Why does this room look a hot mess? Like, why? Why? I thought you literally just got this room. So Eric had asked his brother, he was like, dang, bro, like, what happened to the room? Like, and his brother was like, oh, bro, I've been had this room. I was like, okay, cool, I guess. I mean, I was still okay, but it was just like iffy at this point, because we had this ran down hotel, and we just don't know what to expect. Mind you, let me just throw this out there. Mind you, his brother is a pimp, but we didn't know anything about this. Me and Brittany did not know he was a pimp. We didn't know anything about him besides the good. Like, I knew of him, but I didn't really know him. I knew all the good of him. I never knew he, you know, used to pimp. He a pimp. I didn't know it. So we sitting there, like I said, we was having casual conversations, and next thing you know, this girl came out the bathroom. Me and Brittany are so lost at this point. We were like, how did she get here? Where did she come from? Like, what is going on? Why? What? So I looked at Eric, and I looked at his cousin, and I was like, y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Who is she, and why does she look like this? Like, what's going on? So they all confused. We all confused. But mind you, Eric's brother knew the whole time. Like, it was a prostitute, but we didn't know. We was still clueless. So we was just like, okay, you know what? Well, welcome. We'll welcome her in, like, open arms. You know, we're not that type of people, you know. So, hey, how are you? How you doing? And next thing you know, Eric's brother told us all to leave the room. And we all instantly got mad, because we was like, no, like, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. We're starting to get sleepy, like, and you telling us to go leave the room and go to the car for a minute. We like, You know what? We still can't even say nothing because it's not our room. We ain't paid for the room. We just trying to be respectful because he even he nice enough to even let us stay in this room. He could have just been like, well, y'all gonna have to find a way back home, or y'all gonna have to find somewhere else to stay. So just like, oh well, we just gotta kind of go with it. We can't really speak upon it right now. We can kind of talk amongst each other, but don't say nothing to him because then he's gonna get mad. So you're like, oh my gosh, like, we did not plan for this. We did not plan for this. So we went to the car, and we stayed in the car for about an hour trying to figure out why he told us to leave, but he didn't tell that girl that came out the bathroom to leave. Like, she got to stay in the room with Eric's brother, but me, Brittany, Eric, and Tony had to go to the car. It was like, okay, like, I don't know why he just did that. Finally, his brother came out, and he was like, all right, y'all, we gotta, like, leave for, like, a couple minutes, and then we'll come back. So we like, all right. So then we end up going to Walmart to kill some more time. And when we went to Walmart, Eric and the cousin were, like, trying to hop on me and Brittany. But mind you, Eric's brother really wanted Brittany from the get. But once he seen Brittany and Tony talking, he was not for it. Like, he instantly, like, snapped. He was not trying to talk to nobody. Like, you could tell he had an attitude. You could tell he was mad. So it was like, oh my gosh, like, he's the one that came and got us from the laundromat. So we can't, like, please, no, because we need a ride back home. So don't do this today. Please don't do this today. I think he mad because, your sister talking to my cousin, and my brother really wanted your sister. I'm like, damn, like, I didn't know. Like, I thought we was all just going out to have a good time. I'm thinking we're all friends. I ain't know. I'm just so confused. I'm blind to the fact the whole time. So we get in the car, and, he just playing it off, but you could tell he's really mad. So we end up going back to the hotel, and, like, the room just looked a mess. And we just finally was starting to come to conclusion now, like, it's some sneaky stuff going on. It's really some sneaky stuff going on. But we can't reach out to nobody to tell them to come get us or nothing because we turned our phones off because I just knew at about 3 o'clock in the morning my mom was going to call me because she had to work a paper route, and that's what time she normally got up. So I was like, don't turn your phone on, and I'm not going to turn my phone on either because I'm not finna get in trouble. My mom's not finna embarrass me. I know how she gets down. She's just not going to embarrass me. So she like, all right. So we just gonna, like, stick it out. We just gonna, play it off. So we got back to the room, and like I said, it looked a mess. So it was just like, okay, I'm really not feeling this at all. So I'm gonna just go back to the car. Like, this is really, like, iffy to me. So he was like, okay, that's fine. So then Eric was like, you know what, if you're gonna go to the car, I'm gonna just go to the car with you. I don't want you to be by yourself. So Tony and Brittany, they stayed in the room with Eric's brother. So I went in the car, and I was just sitting there, and I was just kind of, like, chopping it up, and I was just like, you know what, he kind of could have let us know what was going on and what, why we had to keep leaving and all that. And Eric was, just feeling, like, sorry. He was just like, you know what, I'm sorry, he just tends to do this, and now that he's mad, he's really just going to try to take it out on all of us. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't know that either. Like, what can we do to kind of prevent that? He was like, I mean, he already mad, so it's kind of like, it's whatever now. I'm like, all right. So me and Eric just was sitting in the car, really just chopping it up till like 6 in the morning, so that way, like, time was starting to fly by so we could go home. We woke up about 11:30. I'm like, oh my gosh, no. My mom gets back at 7 in the morning. How am I gonna play this off now? Like, I'm dead. Like, my mama probably been blowing my phone up. She probably been threatening me. I don't know what I'm about to do. So everybody got in the car, and we were starting to leave. As soon as we got in the car, they made like 3 different stops, and they spent like 30 minutes at each stop. So I'm like, oh my gosh. At this point, you need to just you need to just start thinking of survival plans, because when you get home, there ain't no coming back. So I looked at Brittany and I was like, bro, do you know what time it is? And she like, no. I'm like, it's almost 12 o'clock. If not, it's probably like 12:30. You know it takes an hour to get home, right? And she was like, oh my gosh, like, it was like on a Sunday, and she knew her mom got out of church at like 11:30, 12. She was like, oh my gosh, my mom, she just getting out of church. When I come home, she's gonna be there. Like, and I was like, when I come home, my mama gonna be here. My mama like 10 times worse than your mama. So, what you mean? She's like, dang, you right. So what are we gonna do? I'm thinking, what are we gonna do? What am I going to do? Your mama is nicer than my mom. What am I going to do? Like, period. So she like, okay, well, don't turn your phone on until we get home. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to just think of a plan now, and I'm going to just lie my way through it all. She was like, okay, that's fine. So we finally got in the car, and we was starting to go home. We was on our way home, and we was about like 10 minutes from my hometown. So I was like, okay, I'm going to just turn my phone on now, because I mean, we here now. It's no going back. I don't know what else to do. We might as well turn on our phones now and see what we done dug ourselves into. So I turned on my phone, and when I turned on my phone, I had like 60 different text messages from my mom, 20 different calls from my mom, like 10 different voice messages from her. My brother was texting me, my sisters were texting me, my grandma was texting me. Everybody in my family was texting me, because I was not answering my phone the whole night. Like I said, I had turned my phone off because I just knew my mom was gonna be like, get your A home now. I'm not playing with you. Where you at? I'm finna come get you now, and I'm finna beat your A. You know better. I was like, so I'm gonna just avoid all that, and I'm gonna just turn my phone off. That's just the best thing to do now. So I get there, and I was like, oh my gosh, Brittany, like, look at this. And I'm just like scrolling on my phone, showing her all the texts. My mom like, I'm calling the cops. I'm putting out a missing report for you. Where are you at? My grandma like, where are you at? My sister like, Italy. Where are you at? Why aren't you answering your phone? I'm like, oh. At that point, I just wanted to cry. Like, I was just like, I don't know what I'm about to do. I don't know how I'm finna get out of this. I don't know what I'm about to do. So he ended up dropping us off where he picked us up at, which would have been the laundromat. And we was just like, okay, we walking up the hill, and Brittany didn't live too far from the laundromat. So as we walk up the hill, I was just like, what are you going to tell your mom? Because our lies have to match. They know we was with each other, because more than likely, my mom contacted your mom and dad probably contacted my mom. We got to get our lies straight. So she was just like, you know what, just cry. I was like, just cry? Cry about what? Why are we going to cry? We didn't already dug ourselves in this hole. Why cry now? What is that going to help? And she was just like, just cry. And I was like, bro, that's going to work for you, but that's not going to work for me. So we might as well just get our lives straight now. She was just like, all right, well, just tell them that I don't know. What are we supposed to say? Girl, I don't know either. I was hoping you knew. So I was like, you know what? It is what it is. And we walked up the street. I must have walked a little bit before her, and I was like, your mom's outside. And your mom's outside with your grandma. And she was like, are you for real? I was like, I'm being dead ass. Like, your mom is outside with your grandma, sitting by the car. It looked like they're talking about something. And she was like, oh my gosh. And instantly she just broke down. And I was just like, I'm the only strong one in this one? Damn. Why? How? Like, come on. So she like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna just go over there and I'm gonna cry. So I was like, okay, well, you just do that. You know, I got a little bit more to walk. So I walked home. And when I was walking home, you know, I'm walking real fast. But like the block before my house, I started walking slow because I'm like, get your lies straight. Delete any messages, dealing with any boys, delete all of them. Like, do what you gotta do. So I'm just like going through my phone, deleting everything, any calls, any pictures, any snaps, any of that, I'm deleting now. I'm changing all my passwords so she can't get in my phone. So I was like, all right, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. I'm walking up. Instantly, my brother's standing at the door and he was like, here she go, Mom. She coming right now. Yep, here she go. She coming right now, Mom. My mom jetted out that door so quick. My mama was not playing. I didn't even have enough time to react. My mama jetted out that door so quick. I was just like, damn it. She snatched my phone. She was like, where you been? Who you been with? Why you ain't answer your phone? Why your phone been turned off? And I was just like sitting there. I couldn't even answer her. I was just, why you not answering me? Who you was with? Yeah, you probably was with some boys. Yeah, out here being fast, huh? You probably was out there drinking and smoking and doing everything. And I'm just like, bro, like I literally wasn't even doing none of that. Like if you ask me, it was a waste of time. I wasn't doing nothing, to be honest. Like, I'm like, damn it. I don't know what else to do now. Just take it. So I was just acting so hard body and like nonchalant. I was like, I'm gonna just go in my room and I'm gonna sleep it off because I'm still tired. I'm gonna just sleep it off and hope for the best. So I was just like, all right. So she followed me in my room, cussing me out and everything else. When I say I got the worst whooping of my life, it was horrible. It was so bad. And that is another story time that I'll get into. That would be like the part 2 of this story, because that whooping and the days after that were just like bad. They were just so bad. But it was bad. My brother was just really like egging her on. My sister just sitting there laughing. I'm just sitting there, the only one, like not understanding what to do at this point. I was so confused. So after it all boiled down, I finally was like, all right, I can just go to sleep. You know, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna just pray because that is the only thing that's gonna get me out of the situation right now. I'm gonna just pray. So that's exactly what I did, and I went to sleep. And then I ended up waking up, and all I heard was her telling the whole family of how I came in and what she done did to me and how I reacted. Like, the whole family knew by the end of the day. I was like, damn, like, I can't catch a break. I cannot catch a break. Like, it was so crazy, y'all. I'll never do that again. But let me just say, like, just if y'all plan to go anywhere and y'all young, make sure y'all just tell y'all mom where y'all at. I learned my lesson. I wouldn't want nobody else to go through it. It was just bad, y'all. It was just bad. Not a good experience going there, honestly. Like, I didn't really eat. It was like a little kickback. Like, it was fun, but I had funner times. Like, it really wasn't worth it, basically. But anywho, thank you guys for joining into my story time. Make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, and subscribe. Yeah, if y'all want that part 2, let me know, because I'm coming with part 2 of the worst whipping of my life. If y'all trying to see that video, make sure y'all comment down below and let me know. And I'm out. And I'm out. And I'm out.